World cleansing dragon.
You can't run! Watch this awesome move! Try that again! You can't run!
Stand down. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Here! Try that again!
Just a little something. That's better. Just a little something.
World cleansing dragon.
Naughty child. That's better.
Do not fret. Caution does not mean...
Stay calm.
Gotta try hard sometime. Watch this awesome move!
Heaven surge. Rise!
Time for a shot.
You can't run!
Awaken dormant scales. World cleansing dragon.
Try that again! You can't run!
Time for some hardship.
Heaven surge.
I don't want to be... Alright, I'm done messing around. Here! Try that again!
Grace.
You can't run! You try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move! Try that again!
Leave it to me. Stand down. Do nothing of the weight. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Just
Commander changed. Awaken dormant skill. World cleansing dragon.
Stand down.
Heaven sent. Break. Not yet.
Let's begin.
Is that a stain? I like this coat.
This is your... At the same time, it is... You can use the Dreamscape passes provide... Regarding the method of usage, I wish you all pleasant dreams in pen...
All right, let's... I heard that Penacony transformed the dreamscape into a majestic metropolis. What exactly would that look like? Oh, I can't wait!
Our rooms are down this way.
This is a long hallway. Is it just me, or is this hotel too big for its own good?
We're finally here. Let's all head...
Well, how about a drink first? Penacony's Soul Glad is very famous.
Go on. We may be thinking of the same thing.
Do you remember the invite that the Express received?
The family's esteemed guests are cordially invited to Penacony to participate in our grand celebration. That's why we're here.
You recall correctly, but there was more to this invite. Witness the impossible in the realm of dreams. Find the legacy of the Watchmaker, father of Penacony, and thus the answer to the question, why?
I don't remember that part of the invite.
This is the part that intrigues me. The invite sent by but the box that was sent to us was slightly unusual. The music, I recorded these
A distress call meant.
I can't be certain. It may be a masked fool's trap.
When did you discover that?
When we were handling that Law Fu Stellaron matter.
It's no wonder that IPC ambassador also mentioned this watchmaker. The invite must also have contained a hidden message, and it seems like he decoded it. There's something else on my mind. In hindsight, there was more to that statement. He also had Miss Robin with him. I'm no singer, but her voice sounded a little strange. What is...
Are you saying...
It's possible. The fact that the family sent out invites to the other factions is already unusual, and your discovery confirms that there could be a third party involved. I take back what I said. This event, why didn't you tell the others?
We shouldn't interfere if this is just an internal affair of Penacony or the family.
But you said so yourself.
Well, I did. Which is why, before we set off, I told March 7th in Don Hung about this.
So I was the only one kept in the dark then. Penacony's situation is getting complicated. Let's trip.
Who sent the invite? What is the purpose of gathering all of the factions into Penacony? And why does the family choose to remain silent about their... Right now, let's just focus on the conductor's request. We'll collect intel while enjoying this wonderful vacation. Penacony is, after all, a famed resort of the cosmos. Not many get a chance. Head back to your rooms, get some rest, and prepare to enter the dreamscape.
It's time to head back to my room. Before entering the dream, I should probably talk to the rest.
Whoa, what a big...
How fortuitous. We meet again. That's right, pal. Calm down. I'm just here to soak in the festive vibe. This may be your room. A lucky block number, a lucky floor, a lucky room number. You have no idea how much I went through to book this precious space. And now I've given it to you. Of course. What, you thought the family acted simply out of their own goodwill? Penacony's a true blue land of dreams. How many across the stars would spend half their lives just to acquire an admission ticket into the reverie? Think about the type of people who can even afford to stay here. If it wasn't for my brilliant plan, you think the family would offend those bigwigs just to sate the paltry whims of an unsought get? So sit down and let's have a chat. With everything said and done, I think I deserve at least this much, right? to the chase. I like that. Simply put, my friend, I need your help. You may or may not know this, but Penacony's far murkier than it seems. The family's... my goal is simple. Help the IPC retrieve some things that belong to them in the first place. It's clear you're not just one of the crowd. You possess a distinct quality, so magnetic that it could sway the outcome of any game. That power, you really don't wish to use it. Or, you don't want to be rid of it. Why not the power that men both fear and desire is right in the palms? Mr. Stellaron, have I hit the nail on the head? You don't have to answer me now. Sit on it for a while. When the time is right, I will look for you again. Of course, you can confer with your colleagues as well, or go as far as to use me in turn. I welcome that notion, because it will also show me your true value. I don't do deals where I'm on the losing end, so I hope that friends don't let me down. I already said there's no rush to give me an answer. Oh yes. Before I go, let's play another game. A simple game, too. Get to know each other better. You just have to guess which hand the chip is hiding in. It'll help you get a better grasp on my personality. Left or right? Get ready. I'm about to reveal the answer. No? I didn't get your answer. Oh, but that's fine, because... Friend, the game has already begun. Allow me to make you an offer. One you can't refuse. No reason to choose otherwise. And no other choice.
Hello there. What are you doing in my room?
Your room? Well played, friend. You haven't been in Penacony long, but you already know how to rope people into your cause. Oh, don't misunderstand. That was a mere reminder. This place runs deep with plenty of unsavory characters. Don't... I'll make my exit now. Have a pleasant stay.
Why haven't you left? This is my room. I was just teasing. Please forgive me. This is indeed your room. I saw that man snooping about while I was in the hallway. Didn't seem like he was searching for his own room, so it made me wary. I later saw you walking into the same room, so I began to connect the dots. The situation got a bit tense. I hope you don't mind that I pulled this stunt. Anyway, as long as you're all right. I should return to my room, too. But before I go, can I ask you a question? You may think it somewhat strange, perhaps even rude. Have we met somewhere before? Is that so? I haven't been able to shake off this familiar feeling since just now. Maybe this is what they call déjà vu. Or it could purely be serendipity. This is your name, isn't it? Pleased to meet you. You forget. That man mentioned it before he left. My memory's not very good, but it's not so bad that I can't remember details from just minutes ago. Galaxy Ranger Acheron. This is what they call me. You can call me whatever you want. We will likely meet again. Lastly, a gentle reminder. There are people who possess unwavering resolution and faith, even unto death, and they do not wield such conviction for good. And on that man's face I see such a similar expression. One who wears a blade must use it to cut eventually. And when a gambler has nothing to lose on the table, he will surely go for broke and bet it all on a final hand. That is all I can say. I thought you should know all this before making a choice. Goodbye.
Acheron left. Strange. I can't shake off this odd feeling I have. Forget it. It's taken a while, but at least I can finally enter the dream.
Sorry, can you point me in the direction of the lobby? All these hallways really look the same to me.
Seems like it's over. Time to work the dream pool according to the Dreamscape Pass's instructions.
Welcome to Penacony, honored guest. Please relax. Feel the ebb and flow of your body. Just focus on breathing and imagine you're in paradise. Imagine a dreamland.
What is it, Ratio? Why the long face? Hey, I just realized, where's that handsome bust of yours?
You're late. By 4 minutes and 16 seconds. You better have solved the mystery of Akavili's fall. Otherwise, I suggest not tangling with the nameless.
You mean you don't believe me when I say I truly wish to befriend them?
Clamorous people do not make friends. Peacocks songs. It seems this peacock is short of a feather or two. The family's been rummaging through your things, haven't they?
Yeah, by that gray-suited fellow. All the cash gifts and the box containing the cornerstones. Huh? Where are you going?
Back home. To tell the corporation that some idiot ruined everything.
It's nothing more than a few rocks. Why so serious? Who cares if they're gone?
Without that aventurine stone, you're nothing more than a doomed Sigonian thrall, sentenced to die by the IPC. Or is that serial number on your neck a cherished memento from the Amber Lord?
You're funny, I'll give you that. It appears our erudite friend has done his homework.
It's my job. How would a gambler wrest Penacony back from the IPC otherwise?
Don't worry, Doctor, I have my ways. The family fears interference from the IPC, hence their constant intervention. More to play devil's advocate, perhaps Penacony might have always been a ruse under the guise of the Harmony. If you ask me, that invite is nothing but a self-planted diversion. A red herring. Or maybe they're thinking of pulling off something big during the Charmony Festival. Or someone else made the invite, and they acquiesced to elevating the magnitude of the plan. Well, regardless, be it the family or the Watchmaker's legacy, as long as they're all useful to me.
Get to the point. What?
Well, no need to expand on that now. It's not yet time to reveal my trump card.
Damned gambler. Any true collaboration demands trust. Did that notion somehow escape your Sigonian upbringing?
Then, do you trust me?
That depends on you.
So you don't trust me either. Now that was easy, wasn't it? Also, I didn't go to school, and my parents didn't teach me any of that. A pity. They left before they could impart any life lessons.
I did not mean to offend.
I'm not offended. But they did teach me that friends are weapons of the Abgens. Even under the watchful eye of the Harmony, we need as many friends as we can get. Let's see. The Garden of Recollection and the Astral Express have already made contact. The Annihilation Gang, I can't really count on them. The Knights of Beauty haven't given their answer, and as for the bunch at the tavern... Speaking of which, I ran into a woman just now who introduced herself as a Galaxy Ranger. The whole conversation felt off. Help me look into her... Huh? Oh, you don't really disdain me that much, do you? Well...
Oh, this is the dreamscape? The atmosphere here creeps me out, and what was that weird noise just now? A note?
This way! Can you see me? Over here! Please, come this way!
I thought I heard a familiar...
Ah, you're here. Wonderful. Oh. Welcome to the Gallery of Thoughts. You can think of this as the entrance to the Golden Hour. I'm here to provide guidance to our guests. This is a temporary interchange, so it looks a little rundown. The Reverie in the Dreamscape is currently undergoing a revamp. I apologize for any unpleasantness in your stay, but if you enter the Golden Hour, I'm sure all your troubles will dissipate in an instant. You just go right through that door to reach Golden Hour.
Behind this door is the real Penacony. I'm looking forward to it.
What's that? What happened?
What?
Are you alright? That's a normal reaction for first-time visitors to the dreamscape.
Seems like our guest here hasn't gotten used to the transition. Fret not. Feeling a sense of weightlessness is normal for new visitors. Robin, please guide our friend in getting more comfortable with the new environment.
Leave it to me. Don't worry, just relax. You'll be feeling like your normal self in inhale. Now exhale. You should be feeling fully in control now. Welcome to Penacony.
Indeed. But unless you're one of the memo keepers of the Garden of Recollection... Oh, oops. I've fallen into my professional habits again. I just can't seem to shake off this...
Don't mind him. He's always like that.
The Dreamscape sales store. Should I visit it? This place is bustling. There are so many people living in the Dreamscape. Wait, did that billboard just move? According to the map, that's the Dreamscape sales store. Is that a giant eyeball?
Trailblazers from the Astral Experience. It's me, the Dreamscape sales store.
Here's where you get to experience all sorts of fascinating... I'm not mistaken. This is your first visit to Glip. Please rest assured that Dr. Ed will provide the best service you can find in helping you conduct the antibody analysis. It's a contribution from an anonymous donor. Dr. Ed, well, let's begin. Please close your eyes.
Trailblazer from the Astral Express. Do you?
I won't make any explanatory or leading comments on the content of this dream bubble. If any details are missing from the dream bubble, your subconscious will make up for it by substituting the missing content with something similar.
The sins you've committed are beyond pardon. But I respect every individual's right to carry out volunteer. Give this place a thorough cleaning!
My apologies. When I received this dream bubble, some of the audio tracks were missing. Perhaps even the memorial is unable to transmit the... However, I can make some adjustments to the dream bubble to improve your experience. The subconscious has vast potential. Well, please, make a decision. I'll do my best to fulfill your needs. Splendid! I'm rendering it as we speak. The replication is complete. Now you can enjoy an enhanced dream.
Do you, as well as the other passengers, take responsibility for the following malicious conduct? You rode snowmobiles into the Taikian Stadium and disrupted the match, causing the match to be suspended. Because of you, 20 Trailblazers were forced to repair the severely damaged exterior of the stadium for 3 months without... Do you plead guilty to this accusation? Yeah. You sneaked into the Haie Zoo and splurged half an Amber Era's crew budget on 250 Nosewalker cubs. You kept them in the restroom, where they were left to breed and multiply uncontrollably, causing other carriages to be filled with sewage. Do you plead guilty to this accusation? Yes, I plead guilty. You barged into the kitchen of the dining carriage, claiming that the whole area needed disinfection. This resulted in the loss of 42 crispy, crumbly pom-pom pies. And because you also took the last serving of the express special in the fridge, I was left starving. Do you plead guilty to this charge? The first one is clearly a result of your own doing, but I do admit to consuming the last serving of the express special. Ahem! Don't get carried away just yet. This is only the beginning of your list of culinary offenses. There are cases of entire entries disappearing from the express databank. Plants in the parlor car being watered with Soul Glad.
Let me reiterate that I won't make any explanatory or leading comments on the content of this dream bubble.
And that's not even half the list. There are a total of 46 cases of malicious conduct. Do you admit to being the culprit in every case? Sorry. I am indeed the worst nameless in the universe. No, you are not. Could there be anyone worse than me? Of course there is! Who? That guy who blew up the train into 2 pieces!
That's all for the content of this dream bubble. How's your experience? what you desire in you. This dream bubble is indeed pricey. Are you going to buy it? What a shame. As this is your first time using the dream bubble, here's a sticker for you.
I was hoping I would find some clues about the Nameless up here. Well, didn't expect it to be that easy.
She went that way! Get her!
What's going on? What's all the
Don't even think about running away. You stowaway.
Sorry for bothering you. Please,
Hey, look! She has an accomplice.
Ha! Good work. Now we can nab them both in one go.
May as well kill them all.
Time for some hardship. Stand down.
Lance at the lance ablaze.
Lance! Forward!
you don't look so good.
Stand still.
Time for some hardship.
Good times. Never time to say bye. Boom.
That's enough, boys. Sir.
What's gotten into you all? Open your eyes and take a good look. Is this lady the stowaway we're looking for?
Huh? Who's this?
Don't you know him? Look at his brown hair and grey vest. He's the
I see. Sir, the thing is, we're trying to apprehend a stowaway. And that young lady there looks very suspicious. We're sure she's the one.
That's nonsense. Take another look, will ya? The witness report says that the suspect is a lad with silver hair, and you guys are going after a girl with silver hair. Does that even make sense? She's our guest. Well, just get out of my way and I'll take care of this.
Yes, sir.
Sorry for all the trouble you went through back there. I'm Gallagher from the Bloodhound family, and those idiots are some young bloodhounds I've been training. Because of their youth and inexperience, they mistook an honored guest of Penacony for a criminal. This is indeed a regrettable mistake. I'd like to offer my sincerest apology to you on behalf of the Blood... The Bloodhound family are guards of the Dreamscape. We're in charge of security here, and our duties include arresting people who try to enter our world illegally. We got a tip that some criminals were planning to take advantage of the festivities around the Charmony Festival to sneak into Penacony. Now that the festival is just around the corner, there are likely many shady characters lurking around. Don't worry. I believe this is just a misunderstanding. How could such a lovely girl like you...
Thanks. Without your kind help, I wouldn't know...
Just part of the job. I need to get going. If you need help, you can reach out to me through the young bloodhounds in this area. I wish you an enjoyable experience in this land of dreams.
I owe you a big one. If it hadn't been for you, I might have been taken away by them. Thank you so much. By the way, I've just noticed. You're a nameless, right? Is this your first time here on Penacony? You have the Astral Express badge on you. I saw it on the big screen. I also know that you guys often travel around. Although the Bloodhounds mistook when there are no acting gigs, I work as a guide near Glocks Avenue. If you don't mind, I can show you all the exciting things around here. Maybe if I do my job as a guide, people... Well, I'm not booked for any performances. And most visitors to Penacony don't need tour guides anyway. They're all big shots who have their own entourage with them. No, it's not like that. Penacony. Glad to hear that. After all, you just did me a huge favor. Over here!
It's not a bad idea to get to know about this place.
Mr. Herrings, ride the flavor waves and conquer the culinary winds.
The first stop most people head to as soon as they arrive in the Dreamscape is the OT Mall. The Dreamscape sales stores, there are also stores that sell luxury goods, apparel, trendy toys, and even cars. Items purchased in the Dreamscape can also be brought into reality through an extra service. Unfortunately, the transfer just outside the mall is the plaza. Follow me. I'll buy you a nice meal. We're here. Hey, have you ever heard of this saying that goes, in a dream, hunger is the most precious spice? Well, you can find all kinds of local delicacies here. Clocky pizza. You're welcome. Then I'll pay up. I love their oatcake rolls. I get one from... I won't put on any weight since this is all a dream. Let's walk while we eat. It's time to head to the next stop. This is the luxury store I told you about earlier. Over here! Follow me! Please come this way. Let me show you something interesting. Look! That's the statue of Clocky, Penacony's famous cartoon character. It's the oldest and most famous animation from Penacony. Ominous? Clocky is a household name here. There would never be anything ominous about it. By the way, do you know that Clocky's design is said to be inspired by none other than the legendary watchmaker? I can't believe you haven't heard of him. There are different stories out there about the watchmaker's origin. Some said he was a traveling merchant from beyond the sky. Some claim the true story is anyone's guess. As his inspiring story became known across the cosmos, those with a dream flocked to Penacony in droves. The cartoon character Clocky is portrayed as reckless and full of hot air. But I believe the real watchmaker was a nameless. After all, creating the dreamscape sounds like just the kind of thing a trailblazer would do. Hold on. If the watchmaker really was a nameless, wouldn't that make him your predecessor? Would you like... My pleasure. Here, give me your phone. Hey! Help! Help me! What's... Help! Help me! Pull me out! Help me! You want a photo with him? Sure. It's done! It came out great. You're very... Help! Help me! Pull me out, please! Is there something wrong with Clocky's statue? Why did you suddenly jump just now? A bird with sharp edges and points. I don't think I saw it. Well, if you're okay, let's move on to the next stop, which is just a stone's throw. see that building in the distance? That's the famous Grand Theater. Another has a pretty unique shape, doesn't he? In the real world, it was originally the central prison of Astana. Since the moment it was built, the Grand Theater has graced the entire dreamscape with its rendition of the Odes of Harmony. During the Once-in-an-Era Charmony Festival, family members will gather at the theater to welcome the harmonious choir that blesses Penacony with everlasting peace. And here we are, the best viewing spot in all of Golden Hour. Look, there's even a telescope here. Next, I'll bring you somewhere you can That place up ahead is Ideen Park. Everything here is themed around Soulglad. It's a little crowded, so make sure you stay close to me. This is the largest park in Soulglad. Is said to have originated from a sweet Ideon, then carbonated the beverage. Did you know? One of the ingredients in the original recipe. This is also the only place where one. Let me show you around. See these musical instruments playing themselves with no human performers? That's the Sweet Dreams Troupe. In Penacony, many objects and facilities have gained self-awareness due to the influence of the Memoria. After being tamed by the family, some of them form the Sweet Dreams Troupe to provide entertainment for guests. Be careful, though. Sometimes these animated objects can be affected by dangerous emotions or memories, and transform into the destructive Dream Jolt Troupe. If you ever run into them, go ask the security guards nearby for help. Hey, there's a ride attendant over there. Let me get... Hi there. This is my friend's first visit to Penacony. May I get...
Of course. Please show me your Dreamscape pass. Name. Here's your Dreamscape pass and tokens. Be sure to keep a good hold of them. Have a good time.
How many tokens are there?
10. You may now enjoy the attractions in Penacony to the fullest.
Thanks! Let's try out some of the games nearby. Our goal is to use all the tokens. Let's do it! Let me see, which one should we try first? Since this is your first time here, I say we start with the easiest games. The Dreamy Slots and Lucky Wheel are pretty straightforward.
taking Firefly so long? Huh? She's heading towards the bar?
Did you have fun? Penacony's golden hours. I know, right? It's fast and... You're right. Hey, could you come closer? Closer, please. I have a question for you. Did you travel here alone? I see. I'm not sure whether you realized it or not, but I took you through a very long scenic route and visited all kinds of places just now because... Well, don't turn around. I wondered whether he was a friend of yours, but my instincts told me he wasn't. He's about 5 feet, 11 inches tall, give or take. Judging from his strong build, it's clear that he's well-trained. He walks in long strides, but his steps are light and barely audible. That way... He looks like a skilled fighter. The covert kind. He has large palms, yet his fingers are slender and nimble. I reckon he has experience using knives, like a short sword or a dagger. Do you know anybody like that? A maroon jacket, emerald eyes, dark blue hair. Ah! He's coming our way!
Hey, well, if it isn't my most loyal customer, the Trailblazer. It's been such a long time, old friend. What a coincidence to run into you here. Oh my, I'm in... You're surprised to see me? You know, it's thanks to you that I can be here. You helped you...
This
Oh, Miss March, don't you remember me? After all the favors I did for you?
My name is Firefly?
Oh, no wonder. I was just thinking, there's no way Miss March could change her appearance so dramatic. It's my pleasure to meet you. My name is Sempo. Oh, don't be like that. You're making things...
Mr. Sampo, what's the purpose of your visit?
My purpose? You're funny. What else can I do in Penacony? Well, I just hang around, daydream, and do the things that anyone on vacation would do. Speaking of which, old pal, since fate brings... I've been watching you two for a long time. Miss...
entertainment for...
Looks like my analysis.
Well, Mr. Sampo.
Anything bothering you, Miss Firefly? Don't worry. This isn't going to involve anything illegal.